This was a good win for our team for a lot of reasons. I think first of all, Wofford's an excellent basketball team. They're a veteran team. They're a team that's going to compete for a championship in their league and have a chance to be in the NCAA tournament without question. We had a lot of different guys contribute. I thought our bench was huge again tonight. Probably ultimately the difference in the game. We were able to get some guys minutes down and got some contributions from guys off the bench without question. I think we continue to find ways to win. To be able to stretch it out down at the end, and still have a lot of work to do. Had a couple turnovers late we don't need, but they fouled Lakeem Jackson on purpose. He went to the line and got us at least 1 out of 2 every time. Got some big stops and made some plays where we needed to make. Bruce hit a big shot, but got to the foul line. Just it was good. We're starting to see some growth and maturity in this team. And that's good. And the good news is we've got a lot of room to keep getting better as well. Can't say enough about Sam Muljo tonight. I thought individually he was probably the difference. Just played like seniors that don't want to lose at home. Should play, and got every big rebound when it counted. Hit the big shot down the stretch, and it was really just outstanding tonight. But total team effort win, which is again what we think is going to be our strength. I thought they didn't play a lot of guys. I thought that affected them, especially down the stretch, and so we're glad to get this one.
Darrin, how crucial was it to really lock down on Dahlman early in the game? I think you guys blocked 4 of his shots in the first half, and really he was kind of a non-factor for the whole first half.
Well, the 2 things we really wanted to, or 3 things we really wanted to do coming into the game was, they had a couple guys that could really shoot it. We didn't want to give any open looks to those guys, for sure. And then, we want to do a good job on Dahlman, but we thought a big part of that was doing a good job on Johnson, 41. A lot of he's leading their team in assists coming into this game because of how they play. They run a lot of stuff through him, and he's the guy that's making the post feed or making the read on the pin down and slip and all of that stuff. And we really wanted to pressure him as well. So I don't think he got the kind of touches that he likes as much because of those things. And I think our guys did a great job of staying down and making him finish over top. He's a hard kid to defend because he's so good at using his body. And even if you do a great job, and he ended up at the foul line anyway, he just jumps into you. And it's they're going to call that foul. It doesn't look to us doesn't look like a foul, but he's good at that. But I think when you look at he only ended up with 14, and he was 3 of 12 from the field. Obviously that was a big key in the game. I think you have to credit our Sam for sure, but our whole interior for that. Demontre was terrific defensively when he was in there as well. Brought us a real physical presence.
Coach, you had the week off. How much time was spent on movement on offense? It looked like the first half there was a ton of movement, which really freed up guys for dribble penetration and opened up guys inside.
Yeah, we did spend a lot of time on that, and I thought we were a lot better offensively tonight with those things. We've got to take care of the ball better. We just way too many unforced turnovers, trying to do too much or not making the simple play. But in terms of our movement, we did spend some time on that this week, and I thought it was better. We've got a bunch of guys that if the ball is moved and the defense has to work a little bit, can do some things with the basketball, and it makes it a little easier for our post guys because they're not big and strong to be able to kind of get a quick catch, or it's like Sam got the one, and I think it was Sam got the one in the first half where we got a bunch of movement, we throw it back same side, he's diving to the rim. Our guys are really good at that, and so we spent some time on that. And I thought it was better, but it's got to get a lot better too.
Coach, this was an emotional game. 4 technicals, I think, was the final tally. Was it nice to see that emotion? Did it end up hurting your team a little bit? Talk a little bit about that. And also, what was the explanation on the final technical that got number 5 out for the opponent?
Yeah, I thought the emotion was great. I mean, we've got to learn to control it in key situations. But I think our guys since Wofford came into the game thinking they were going to win the game, that they were just going to roll in here and beat us. And I think they took offense to that, quite honestly. And so it was a little chippy and it was emotional, but I'm great with that. We got to learn to control it, not let it hurt us. But I think that's a good sign that our team responded in that way. As far as what happened to their kid, I don't know. I don't get explanations for the other team from the officials.
The first half, the team was fairly dominant. What helped USC be dominant in the first half, and then what happened in the beginning of the second half where it seemed like there might have been another lull?
Yeah, defense and then no defense. We were terrific in the first half defensively, and then to start the second half, we let them throw the ball wherever they wanted, fell asleep on a couple shooters, and then turned the ball over. I think it was 4 out of 5 times, early on. So, if the other team's scoring and you're not even getting a shot and don't have a chance to score, it's probably going to reflect on the scoreboard. And so we were really poor in those 2 areas to start the second half.
Darrin, is it also encouraging to see this young team kind of be able to control their tempers in that kind of situation when the technicals are going and some of the chippy fouls are going?
I mean, I think the fact that, we continue to play, and make plays, and as I said, do what we need to do to stretch it down the stretch. This very easily could have been, somebody's got the ball and it's a one-possession game inside a minute, and it wasn't. And so I think that's a positive, without question. But I like the fight this team has. We're not playing great offensively. We're not scoring like we're going to, and we're winning by playing with great toughness and togetherness and fight. We held a really, really good offensive team. It's a hard team to guard. If you don't believe me, ask Xavier in Minnesota and all the people that they've given fits to already to 32% from the field. That's a tremendous defensive effort.
Coach, you have a week before you head up to Columbus. Do you like where this team is, and what do y'all need to work on before y'all head up there?
Yeah, as I said, I like where this team is, but I think we've got to keep getting better, and I think we've got to keep finding ways to get contributions from people and be more solid, clean up the turnovers, get better offensively, stay solid defensively, and get better at a few things with that as well. And we've classes are over now, and we've got some time to focus in and get better at those things. But I think next weekend's a great opportunity, and one of the reasons we did it, as we've talked about before, is to be in that environment. We've got national television with it, and for our guys, because we've already done that and played at one number 2 in the country this year, it won't be the first time they've done it. So it'll be a challenge without question, but I think our guys will be excited for it. We'll be ready.
You mentioned the turnovers a few times. Bruce had 6 tonight. I know he's a freshman. He's still got a ways to develop. But being your primary point guard, primary ball handler, do you sit down with him and at some point say, we need you to take a few less risks, or you just turn him loose and say, all right, we're going to go from here and learn?
Can I say both? I think his greatest quality, and you see it so many times in a lot of little ways. Sometimes big ways like a big shot, sometimes little ways like the underneath out of bounds, and he came from, I think, maybe the top of the key to the opposite corner to stop them getting a quick catch 3. Probably his greatest quality is he thinks he can do it, and he believes he's going to make the play and make the next one no matter what happened on the one before. That's what happened in the press offense. Like, he said, I'll just dribble through these guys. And sometimes he probably could, and most of the time he probably can't. But maybe the easier play would have been to throw it middle, which he could do because Brian Richardson didn't flash where he was supposed to. But so I think it's both. I think we look at it and say, hey, in this situation, here's what you should do. But the one thing that we think is a strength for how we play and how we coach our guys is we're not going to rein guys in that can do things because we need them to do things. And so I think it'll just be a growing process for Bruce. And the great thing about him is he wants to be great and he wants to win big, and he's willing to do that.
Do you think you did a better job of finishing tonight than the past 2 games?
I really do. Again, I think, especially against a team like this, it's a veteran team, been in a ton of tough situations. For example, took Xavier to triple overtime, just making play after play on both ends down the stretch. We took a game that got really close and stretched it out at the end, and whether it was getting some stops or getting to the foul line, Lakeem, as I mentioned, 1 out of 2 every time, which was great. I think we did finish better. We just got to learn to continue to put it together. But all in all, a positive, I think, tonight, and I think a win that's going to look really good, come March, because this is a team that's going to win an awful lot of games and compete for a championship, without question.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thank you.